In this video, we're going to be discussing how to make your comeback and running for 2021. I know a lot of us probably have fallen out of the routine and put on some pounds. It's been a stressful year. Let's be honest. It's been a stressful year, but it doesn't have to be the end. You don't have to give up. You can come back. I made my comeback this year, full year of running, and I've run 3 ultras, getting ready to run a 4th in December. It can be done. Let's discuss some tips and things you should be doing right now to get back on track for 2021. Let's get into it. All right, so if you've been away from running for a few weeks, few months, maybe in a few years, there are a couple things you need to be doing to make sure that you come back, that you're successful, that you're uninjured. So let's go ahead and get started with tip number 1. We've all heard the old adage, you gotta walk before you run, and this is so true when it actually comes to running. You need to start off walking, depending on how long you've been laid off. If you've been completely from scratch, it's been months and months and months, you need to start off with being able to walk a brisk 30-minute walk. Not out of breath, not getting sore, not getting plantar fasciitis pains in your feet. That way you're getting your muscles used to getting back into this moving. I know that when I started at the beginning of this year that I was sore and I was doing a lot of walk run. That's going to be a tip here later on in here. Again, depending on how long it's been, you may have to start off with a 10 to 15 minute brisk walk every other day for a couple weeks just to get your body back used to running and moving again. You need to make sure that you walk before you run, literally, so that you stay healthy. Tip number 2, again, it's part of easing into things, walking before we run, easing back into things. So getting back into running for most people that are human, takes a good walk-run strategy, just like in racing and ultras. You need to be able to break it down into 5-minute. That's kind of what I did. I did 5 minutes where I could get myself up to running 5 minutes. And I did that for probably 2 to 3 weeks, taking this walk-run strategy where you're walking for probably 50 seconds to a minute, running for 10 to 20 seconds, and doing that for 5 minutes, and then walking for 3 minutes as a break between there, and then going back into running 10 to 20 seconds, walking for 40 to 50 seconds, and doing that for 5 minutes again, and then taking another 3-minute break in between that. Doing that type of run-walk strategy gets your body used to it, slowly eases you into it. The big mistake that a lot of new runners or people getting back into it is they start running. They feel good. They're like, oh, I can go run for 10 minutes. Then they start running. You might not always get injured doing that, but you're setting yourself up to get injured, especially if your body is not ready for it. If your muscles and ligaments and all of the things that make up your entire lower body, your heart and lungs may be good. Let's say that you're somebody that been laid off a little while, but you got a strong heart, strong lungs, you do a lot of biking or something like that, but you haven't been running. Your feet are not used to the pounding on the pavement. Your knees are not used to it. Your hips are not used to it. You need to ease your body back into taking that regular pounding on the roads so that you stay injury free. Again, even though you feel good, it could be the first week. You feel good that first week. You don't need to overdo it. Being able to run for 10 to 20 seconds and then walk for 40 to 50 seconds and then do that for 5 minutes total and then take a 3-minute walking break in between that. You can do like 3 sets of that 3 to 4 times a week and do that for several weeks, just easing yourself back into it to the point where you're running the whole time. That's all you got to do, is just ease into it. Number 3, establish a routine. The biggest problem that most of us have with being consistent is not having a routine. Things get busy, stressful things happen, we get injured, we're caring for someone else. Something disrupts our ability to get outside or get on the treadmill, whatever it is, wherever we're running, on the trails, whatever it is. Something has disrupted that. We need to make sure, to be successful, we need to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success. That means if the only time you're ever going to have to get those miles in is in the morning, you need to do everything in the morning to set yourself up. Multiple alarms, having your clothes right there next to you, setting the coffee pot to start brewing at 6. That's what I do. I have my clothes there. Sometimes I even sleep in my clothes. So I literally have no barrier to get out the door. My shoes are there, my clothes are already on, the coffee's already on in the pot. All I gotta do is pour me a little bit of cup, have some, wake up for 30 minutes, and then I'm out the door. Everything you need to do to set yourself up for success is what you need to be accomplishing every morning or every evening or during lunches, whatever you can. So if you work a busy job and you got to commute and you got to be up at 4 in the morning, you may not want to get up at 3 or 3:30 or 4 to do that. You may have time during lunch. It's just a matter of getting it done. I've used all of this. I've gone to work where I've run it during lunches. I've taken an hour and a half at lunch and worked a little longer in the day. That way I'd have a little bit longer day, but I block that stuff off so that when I come home, my time is just for my family. I've also done really late running where I'm running on the treadmill predominantly, especially during the winter and it snows and it's just treacherous outside. For those of you who have followed this channel for a while, you know that I spent a lot of time on the treadmill and I used to run a lot late at night. I used to go for 15, 20-mile runs at like 11 at night just to be able to get them in. That's what I had to do at that time. Now I'm starting to switch to where I run early in the morning, and it's difficult because it's not something I like to do. So again, set yourself up for success, whatever that is for you, so that way you don't have any barriers, any obstacles to give yourself excuses to not stay in your routine. Number 4, listen to your body. Listen to your body. Listen to your body when it's sore. Listen to when it's tired. There's a fine line between tired or sore and injured. You need to learn that for yourself. If you're injured and you're typically not going to feel better on your run. If you have a little bit of a soreness and you get out and you shake it out and you run and you loosen up and it's not sore, you're probably not injured. But if you get out and you're running and it just doesn't stop hurting, you're probably injured. You need to take off probably 2 to 3 days, let it heal up. But also when you're out, you got to get over this ego thing that I see a lot of people get wrapped up in, is that they're pushing too hard. They're running every workout too hard. You're huffing and puffing. You can't carry on a conversation in your run just because you feel like you need to be running. It's okay to walk. It really is okay. I do it all the time. You see my average paces sometimes are 10 to 11 minutes. That's because I'm walking a lot of the hills and I'm running, 8.5-minute miles for the rest of it. I'm doing it on purpose that way so I can build up my mileage, and I can't make every workout the hardest workout that I possibly can. So when I'm working out, I usually keep it around 80% easy, 20% hard, across the board. It's okay. It's okay to walk. It doesn't make you not a runner. It doesn't mean that you failed. If you feel like your heart rate is just spiked, and especially if you follow that stuff on your watch, it's okay. Walk. Especially when you're starting off. I spent a lot of time this year getting myself back into shape, and I still utilize walking quite a bit just to make sure that I keep my heart rate in the correct zone. See, I'm trying to build my mileage. I'm trying to build my base, and I can only do that if I take care of my body and stay injury-free. And you can only do that if you listen to your body and you're smart about your training. You don't always feel like you have to sprint past every person you pass when you're out running so that they believe you're a real runner. Let all that stuff go. Walk when you need to walk and take care of yourself. Listen to your body. Take time off. Rest. Get plenty of sleep. Stay hydrated. Eat well. And you're going to be just fine for 2021. Going to be super successful. Go ahead. If you are not subscribed, please click the red subscribe button below. Join us. We have a lot of people that have been through this comeback or are going through that comeback right now. So join us. It's a lot of fun. Great people out here. Go ahead and click right here and you can watch my comeback over 2020. It's been fun. It's been hard work, but I've enjoyed it, and I think you'll enjoy watching that and know that it can be done, and especially if you do it the right way. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.